Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Tyler and Ashley. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I knew Ashley's dad wasn't in her life just based off of the sit down and the meetup. I knew that her dad wasn't around and didn't help raise her just based off of the sit down and the whole interaction. I knew Alex's dad was there, raised her, bathed her, dropped her off at school most likely because of how he showed up. And then I knew Ashley's dad was not in her life based off of how he showed up. And I was very disappointed in that because I just felt like he could have really vetted him better, in my opinion. But when you got to walk on eggshells because your daughter is saying that you weren't really there for her in her childhood like you should have been, I could see why you didn't want to press him too much because you didn't want to get on your daughter's bad side. So yeah, I noticed that. Okay, so let's get into Ashley and Tyler. First of all, I just want to tell you right now that she gonna stick beside this man. And I need the girls to just go ahead and accept it. She's sticking beside this man. This is her man. This is giving the Parkers. Okay, Professor Overview. That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. All right, that is what it's giving, and the girls need to accept that. Now, there was a lot of tea that came out this season regarding Tyler, and this is probably the biggest scandal on Love Is Blind in the history of Love Is Blind. This is probably the biggest scandal. And I think it's interesting how the producers are trying to downplay it. Ashley's trying to downplay it. The cast is trying to downplay it. I don't believe this reunion is going to go in the way that you think. I believe that this whole thing that took place on social media is not going to be talked about in the way that you are expecting, which is why I decided to do my live. Because I'm like, I might as well just go ahead and do it because based off of the reunion spoilers, they're not really going to get into much about all the stuff that came out about him online. So Tyler was engaged before. Tyler was engaged when he had his first child, and he lied to his then fiance about his involvement. So he was engaged, and he never told his fiance that he fathered a child. She went to the baby shower and didn't even know that he was the father of the child. She was told that a sperm donor was what was the baby, like the baby came from a sperm donor, but an unknown sperm donor. So he was trying to be a quote unquote sperm donor for a lesbian couple. And that's how she didn't find out until after the fact. So she went to imagine you going to a baby shower. You don't know the man that you're about to marry is fathering a child, and you're at the baby shower and you don't even know. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So that was the situation with his past relationship. I'm not going to get into that. This was the married lesbian couple that he was supposedly helping out. This is Deshawn. Deshawn is the woman with the locks. And then this is Bride. This is the woman that had the baby, that he had the baby with. And he was just supposed to be that stand-up guy, that good guy that's helping out a lesbian couple conceive. Okay? Interesting. Okay, so we're going to move on. I'm not going to get into the details of all of that, but so much so, and he was pretty active. Deshawn, which is the woman right here, the black girl, I'm going to just say the black girl with the braids. She said that Tyler was heavily involved, so much so that she was pushed out. Yes. So the lesbian couple ended up getting a divorce. Tyler decided to fight for custody, and she lost access to the child that he supposedly gave his sperm to as a donation for this couple, this married couple. So it's a whole thing with that. And all of this is coming out on social media as the season is going on. Now, during this time, I didn't know anything about this because I wasn't trying to look up any spoilers. I was really trying to enjoy the season. So I find out all of this after the fact. I watched Jessie Wu's interview that she did with Deshaun's wife. You should definitely look into that because that's crazy. But basically, she believes that Tyler and Bride conceived naturally. They used the turkey baker technique, but it didn't work. She went on a trip home because Bride, her wife and her got into a fight. She comes back. And then I think like a few weeks later, she finds out that she's pregnant. And Deshaun is like, how? That's impossible, because if you were conceived on this particular day, no, if your due date is set for this, that means you had to have been conceived. You had to have conceived this child when I was away. And the reason why Deshaun was away on a trip was because they have a very abusive relationship. It was physically abusive. It's a DV type situation. And so they weren't even on good terms when this all took place. So Tyler allegedly fathered the first child naturally, according to the ex-wife, Deshaun. So now we have two women that have dealt with this man and had a bad experience, right? We have Deshaun, and then we have the ex-fiance. And I think that's important to note here. And then Bride, okay, because then it got exposed that this man was active in this child's life that he fathered as a sperm donor. And all of these photos are on his baby mama's Instagram, Bride. And then also he had a Facebook, but during the recordings of the show, he ended up deleting his Facebook. So it wouldn't get out that he's been an active father in these children's lives. And then also Deshaun, which is the wife, right, that got kicked out and pushed out from being able to be a part of this child's life. She said that after the fact, right, after she was pushed out, that's when Bride conceived the twins. And again, they were conceived naturally. Now, this was confirmed by Bride. Bride is the woman here. This woman right here. She comes online. She addresses the public saying that this is not true. My babies are not sperm donors. And well, she only admits to the twins. She still is running with this lie that she conceived the firstborn through the turkey baster, but it did not work according to Deshaun, the wife, who said that she believes that she was cheated on when she went on that trip. Okay, girl, this is crazy, right? This is what Ashley is signing up for. That's what is so crazy. So here are the twins. He was there for the twins. Remember, he said on the show that they were sperm donor babies. They don't even know what his face looks like. That's what he said. A family photo of them together. I know when Deshaun saw that, she was just like, what the hell? Because she had suspicion that they had something more going on outside of a friendship. Here he is at the pumpkin patch, being daddy of the year for Instagram, or was that Facebook? One of them. Here he is, Christmas. He said he don't know them kids. They don't even know what he looked like. Then look at him. Look at him. He got the firstborn, then he got the twins. That's crazy. Then he also talked about, he also got caught in a lie. Hold on, let me speed it up. Where he told Ashley, hey, last Christmas I spent it alone, right? That was a lie because this was on his mother's Facebook. So her Bride said that during this time, her son, her oldest son, was at his grandmother's spending Christmas with his dad. And he lied on the show, said that he was alone on Christmas. Baby, it's a mess. It's a mess. So then, not only that, right? So far, he has screwed over 3 women now. We have the ex-fiance. We have the ex-wife of the lesbian couple that he was supposed to be a sperm donor to. And then we have Bride. his baby mama, right? Oh, but he also owes money. Of course, you should have known this was coming. Let me see if I can find it. And he does not pay his child support, for those wondering. Because when you fight for custody and you get custody, now you are reliable for that child. He does not pay his child support. I think I'm trying to find it. Let me see. Here it is. Yeah, he owes $30,000 in child support.
Tyler from Love is Blind season 7 was very active in all of his children's lives up until a year ago when he decided to ditch them and pretend like they didn't exist. And the baby mama's mom posted the proof on Instagram. All them little messages.
Okay, so that's how this information hit the internet. But I'm trying to see where she talked about him owing women money.
Any guy who can leave their children high and dry and act like they don't exist and cry sperm donor just because of the mother's sexual preference is not a good guy. I do know that the Love is Blind season 7 reunion is actually filming this upcoming week. So I pray that this information is brought up at the reunion. They have more than enough time to bring it up. We get an explanation, a thorough explanation, not a lie. So Nick and Vanessa.
Okay, so I don't think they're going to bring it up. Then this too, this right here.
And I have the screenshots. If you didn't know, Tyler's ex-girlfriends have been coming forward information about him, and it is not good. So the first girlfriend said he is the biggest liar, gaslighter, cheater, and thief. And girlfriend number 2 jumped in the comments and said, I dated him too. He's all of the above and still owes me stuff. And that stuff is 8 racks. This is the formal judgment that was filed against Tyler. Let me move out of the way so you guys can see. I obviously blocked out all of her information, but you guys can see here at the bottom that she filed a judgment against him for $8,000 because she lent him $10,000 and he only paid her back $2,000. But there's more. I have screenshots of their conversation regarding him owing her money. As you can see here, you're talking to me like a child. She says, it's okay. We'll figure out a time to call them so I can listen. Like, she's being really, really nice, obviously, because this man owes her money. Paige, stop talking to me like my mother. If you want money until the damn check comes, I'll pay you, but don't talk down to me. She's literally saying, I'm not trying to. What am I saying that's bad? I don't want you to be upset at all. I'm asking is to be on a call, please. Like, she's being very sweet. He says, I just talked to you on Thursday. I can't see the end of this message because the record button's in the way. You can see here that she's asking him, are you going to pay me from whatever you get paid from your job? You guys can read here. He says, no, I'm going to just disappear and never talk to you again because I'm a thief. My whole plan in life was to fake love you and get money from you. She says, but you're saying you will or you won't pay me back with that money from your payout of work. Loaning money to people usually ruins relationships. So I'm sorry I ever did this because if I didn't, this wouldn't be happening. He says, no, people not putting in real effort and actually giving a fuck about the other person ruins relationships. So blame whatever you. Why are we getting off the topic of you paying me my coin and trying to act like I'm doing something wrong by not putting in real effort and actually giving a fuck to owe me 10 bands? Bruh, that's gaslighting at its finest. Red fucking flag. And then obviously in these messages here, he's completely ignoring the girl. She says, maybe one day you'll take some accountability and hopefully you won't do this to someone else. I'm glad you think stealing my money is funny. And here's another one. I don't know if they're like a little out of order. You get the fucking point. He owes her money and he ain't trying to pay. He literally says to him, I shouldn't even have to ask. I don't know who you think you're talking to. You, sir, you owe me money. He says, you'll get the money as soon as I do. I'm doing everything I can, but you aren't going to talk to me crazy. I'm not talking to you crazy. You also said you'd start paying me, but you haven't. We never came to an agreement. So stop. She literally asked him, do you want to come to one now? He said, yeah, let's hear it. What can you pay monthly?
Yes. Do you see how he gaslights? Do you see how he gaslights? Ashley, girl, you in for a ride. That's all I got to say, girl. You in for a ride. You want that man, and you better be ready to deal with everything that comes with this man because he gaslights the hell out of her. Like, he gaslights the hell out of this girl.
He says, I don't know. I don't have a job. Brokey is with Netflix casting these men that don't have jobs. Oh, I asked her details about this.
And yeah, let's get into it really quick here. Okay. So he has 7 evictions because Jessie Woo did a live stream with Simone Redwine. She is a lawyer. She's also a private investigator. And she found out that this man had 7 evictions. So at the time that he was going on this show to record it, right, he had just got evicted. So technically, Tyler was on Love is Blind homeless, okay, or he was sleeping on somebody's couch. He also owes $30K in child support. And this was done recently. So Tyler hasn't seen his kids in over a year. So Ashley, you've been laying up with this man knowing that he hasn't seen his kids. So Ashley can't say, oh, I don't know nothing. Not when you laying up with this man. You can't pull a Summer Walker with me. All right. Because Summer Walker tried to play that too. And it's like, oh, well, you laid up with this man and he wasn't seeing his kids because, well, y'all live together, y'all married, all of these things. You should know if this man is seeing his kids or not because you should have met him by now. You're his wife, right? And it's been a year since the show ended. Okay. So he owes $30K in child support. He owes women money. He owes $8,000. And then he's broke. He's homeless. Also, Ashley and Tyler will not be able to own a home. And the reason is because he owes child support. So even though Ashley and Tyler are married, because they're married and he owes back child support, according to Simone Redwine, she is saying that they will not be able to purchase a home until that is paid off. So they will basically garnish her wages, or I forgot how Simone explained it. I forgot how she explained it. They won't qualify. You can't qualify for, basically, I'm assuming, a mortgage until that balance is paid off. So he has to pay off that $30,000 before they can even apply and get approved for a mortgage. I think that's how it goes. It's obvious that he has officially abandoned his 3 kids because his baby mama said that he hasn't seen them. And so, Ashley, if he hasn't seen them and he's with you, baby, what's up with that? Okay. What is up with that? Also, another red flag too, I did not mention this, with the ex-fiance. Okay, the first fiance, he cheated on her too. He had threesomes with a married couple at one point. He was out here most likely having threesomes with his baby mama and some other people as well. He's been around the block, according to Deshawn, which is the lesbian couple who was the ex-wife that got pushed out from being able to be in the firstborn's life. Then he lied about not knowing his kids. He literally said, they don't know what my face looks like. Then while engaged, he was texting another woman.
Situation, and she said, I lent him 10, he paid me back 2. He said he would pay me back the rest and still hasn't. He paid me back $2K in May of 2023. So 5 months before this blind filmed, he still owes me $8K. I did ask her what he told her about having kids, and she sent me a screenshot about that, but she asked me not to share it, so I won't. I sent a screenshot, but initially he told me he didn't have kids. Then my friend found pics from his mom's Facebook page with all the kids. So I know people in my last video were like, what's wrong with him having kids? The issue is not him having kids, it's him lying about having kids. Which, again, you haven't seen the new episodes of Love is Blind, so maybe he is very forthcoming with Ashley having children. Or maybe he downplays it and says that he was a donor. That's the extent of it. But based on the picture, the kids being in your life and your mom's life doesn't seem like it's just a donor situation or your typical donor situation. A little.
And you know what really threw me off was a lot of women were making excuses for, oh, this is not a big deal, like he's just a sperm donor, da da da. And you know what really rubbed me the wrong way with the women that were saying that was, why are women not questioning why would he lie about something like that? Because if it's just that, if it's just I'm just a sperm donor, why did you feel the need to lie about that? Why do you feel like you need to withhold that information? Ladies, when a man comes clean about something, you shouldn't just automatically be agreeable. You need to start asking questions like, well, why would you feel the need to withhold that information? Well, why didn't you tell me sooner? Well, why didn't you disclose that information at point A or point B? Start questioning why men are all of a sudden coming clean about something, and why did they feel the need to keep it from you to begin with? Because like you said, it's not a big deal, right? Like the women online were saying, it's not a big deal. Exactly. So why would he lie about that? That was a big red flag. And that's what frustrated me the most with Ashley was she never questioned him based off of what we saw on camera. She never questioned that man, because that would have been the first question I would have asked is, why did you feel the need to withhold this information from me? What was the reason? It's not a big deal. You're just a sperm donor. The kids have never seen your face. Why would you feel the need to withhold that information from me? Because it was a lie. That's why. I'll answer that. It was a lie. It was a lie. That's why he withheld that information. It was a lie.
A little bit more details on the situation. He didn't pay his rent. They issued him a failure to pay and to vacate. Lent him the money to pay it. But then after he paid what he owed, he continued to not pay. So then they evicted him. He moved out before they actually had to remove his stuff, but he lied about stuff early on and would gaslight me, as you can see in the messages when we would fight. So she did ultimately file a judgment for the remaining $8K, which he still has not paid. This is a picture of them together. This is the picture that is on the top of all of their text messages together. I did blur out her face because she asked me to. And Tyler is currently still trolling her by liking all of her comments she's been posting about him owing her money. This is not nearly as important, but worth mentioning. She said that she let him borrow this sweatshirt and he never gave it back and then was posting pictures on it. And I only mentioned that because the last girl said that he kept her sunglasses and also posted pictures in them. So give these women back their stuff. And if you're not going to give it back, like at least don't post it on the gram like it's yours. Brokey. What do you guys think about this tea on Tyler? Now, I will do a spoiler video because I do, in fact, know Ashley and Tyler's fate. Some people just want the tea and not the spoiler, so I will do that in another video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Tyler's baby mom has broken her silence. She posted this on Instagram. Yes, I am the mother of Tyler.
Okay, I'm not going to get into that because I don't have time, but basically she confirms that he fathered those kids, the twins naturally, but she's still running with this. Oh, I had that with the turkey baster, but listen, your ex-wife exposed you, sis. Come clean. You slept with that man not once but twice, and you can see both of the all three of those kids naturally. Okay. This is me watching the show, and I gotta be honest with y'all, because the girls always ask me, Yanie, how do you strengthen your discernment? How do you have great discernment? Right? So I'm on my couch, I'm watching this show, right? This is before I found out all this mess that this man has curated, right, with these women. But I'm sitting here and he's praying in bed with Ashley. And I'm like,
turn that off. I need a break. Tyler is so full of shit. The prayer in bed, meeting her father, saying all the right things. Like it's just, I need a break. We'll try this again tomorrow because I'm over here listening to this man talk. Like, just turn it off.
It's Tyler's birthday today.
ladies, because men love to use religion to win you over. All right. If you don't feel the spirit move through your body when that man is praying over you, and if you are a woman of God, you really are connected with God in the way that you claim. If that man is praying over you, right, because you think that that's your kingdom spouse, you think that that's the man that God sent you, that spirit better be moving through your body. It better be tingling the top of your head and the soles of your feet. And if you don't feel that, that man is playing the hell out of you. Because when he was praying with her, y'all, I didn't feel the spirit move through me at all. I'm like, damn, this man, it seemed like he don't pray on the regular. That's what I got. That's what I picked up. That's what I picked up. And that's why I was getting annoyed, because I was like, the spirit should be moving through me. This is a stand-up guy. He done said everything right. He doing all the right things. Why is the spirit not moving through me? It was not moving through me, and I was not impressed at all with that little prayer that he had in that bed. Because when a man is praying over you, I swear, y'all, when a man is praying over you, if you do not feel the spirit move through your body, I'm talking about tingling your scalp, tingling the soles of your feet, that man is playing you. All right. All right. Also, yes, I remember Tyler. Thank you, Rosa, for saying that man told Ashley he's not nice, only nice to certain people, and said people will say bad things about him. He prepared her. Yes, he did. Of course he did. Of course he did. Not shocking.
So I'm going to take it easy on him. Psych! You didn't take it easy on them kids when you decided to abandon them, so you get no mercy. So obviously on this week's episodes, Tyler and Ashley's scenes were entirely hard to watch because there was so much kid talk. There was so much stepchildren talk regarding the dog. There were so many lies on.
Can we talk about how this man is a breeder? He's a breeder. He's another one. He's a breeder. He's a sperminator. All right. He shoots to impregnate and then he abandons. That's what he does. Ladies, stay far the hell away. All right. He is a breeder. And it was kind of getting sick because I'm like, why is he always talking about kids so much? I'm like, you just met this woman. And I'm like, why are you already talking about kids? Like, most people are like, oh, you know, like, no, I just want it to be the two of us for a while so we can enjoy each other. You just met this woman. That's another thing. You just met this woman. Why not spend maybe the first year or two getting to know your wife, right? But he was like, oh, no, like, I want to impregnate her. Really, I'm trying to get to the baby making station ASAP. And I'm just like, that is very weird to me. That is very weird to me. I think Ashley also knew simply because if you notice during the wedding episode, they never brought up those kids. His mother didn't bring up those kids. No one talked about those kids. No one talked about those kids. Very interesting. I think that was all planned, or it just never made the cut and it was not edited onto the show. Also, I knew this situation was not going to go the way that the ladies wanted it to for Ashley, because did you not hear the conversation that she had with her bridesmaids? You really thought that woman was going to say, I don't? You really thought she wasn't going to? After that conversation that she had with her bridesmaids, it gave desperate, honey. It was, you know, it's so hard out here. It seemed like trying to get a man, you have to get him on a clearance rack. What? I said, what? And you know what? Her friends tried to tell her, right? Because Ashley kept saying, oh, every morning this man gets my coffee. That's a man that ain't got no job, honey. That's a man that don't work. Of course, he's going to be serving you and catering to you because he ain't got nowhere to go. He don't have nowhere to be. And that type of stuff is cute in the beginning because you're in this honeymoon phase. And Tyler's also putting on this act like he's this great guy because he has to, literally. He's let's see, he's been evicted 7 times. He's homeless. He's broke. He's most likely a homosexual. So of course he's going to be serving you his coffee. He's also going to be D'ing you down, sis, because this man don't have a job to clock into. This is it for him. You are his meal ticket. So of course he's serving you coffee. He better. And that's another thing, ladies. Men who don't have a place to stay are going to D you down the best. Men who don't have a job are going to D you down the best. The reason why this man most likely does not have a job, well, it's because he owes $30,000 in back child support. So be careful about that. Be careful about that. But I knew that this situation wasn't going to go the way that you thought when they had that conversation and she was talking to her bridesmaids, and it was just really sad. And another thing that really stuck out to me, I knew she was marrying this man because when she was driving to the site where she was getting married, she said that I'm in my fairy tale. I always said that the man that I was going to marry was going to jump out of a plane for me before we got married. He did that. And she's having her dream wedding. She got her dream wedding dress. Even when she was picking out her dress, I was like, she seemed like she a little too, it's like this is it. Like this has to work. Like I don't have no other choice. Like it gave scarcity mindset. Even when she was dress shopping, it gave scarcity mindset. And so I'm like, oh my God, this girl is really going to say I do. And I always felt like Tyler was a red flag. I just felt like he said everything right, did everything right, and he was just a performer. And now that I learned about his 7 evictions and possibly being homeless and broke, I could see why he was doing the best performance of his life. But again, that prayer really told me everything I needed to know about him, because I was just like, something ain't right with this man. It's just something, he just rubbed me the wrong way. He always gave me the ick from day one, y'all. From day one. Ashley and Tyler was never my favorite. I always felt like there's just something off with Tyler. Then, she also said on her way to her wedding, like, this is my fairy tale. I'm living out my fairy tale. I'm in my dream, da, da, da. A lot of women cannot let that go. So they're going to see it all the way through. And I think a lot of the girls need to just go ahead and emotionally and mentally prepare yourself for the reunion tonight, because this woman is going to stick beside this man. All right. And she been dropping hints before all of this information came out online. She's been dropping hints that she's going to stay with this man, because she was complaining about how it's so hard to date. And it's like nowadays you have to get a man off a clearance rack. And she's okay with getting a man off a clearance rack. And she's okay with Tyler being on that clearance rack. Okay. And she literally said clearance rack. That's what she said. So I'm just like, okay. So this reunion trailer was not shocking.
Did y'all see the Love is Blind season 7 reunion trailer? The part where Ashley said, who has a better insight on what's going on, social media or me? Social media, bitch, because you sleep next to a motherfucking liar every single night. So you guys have to keep in mind, when the reunion aired, the mother of Tyler's children, Bri, had not released her set of videos telling her side of the story yet. So there is a chance that the children being conceived naturally and Tyler being on the birth certificate and being there since birth and living with Bri and all of that information, it's possible that Ashley did not know that yet. But as of October 28th, 2024, she...
Exactly. It's like Ashley doesn't even see how her whole life is in danger, girl. You in danger, girl. This man is trying to impregnate you immediately so he can have a place to stay, hun. This ain't the fantasy that you think it is. You need to wake the hell up. It's all about stability with him. Like, that's it. He's in survival mode. That's it. And I believe that's why he breeded the first child And he also breeded the twins, because that's exactly it. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. She is going to stick beside this man. It has to get so bad where the public pressures her to where she's actually going to separate herself. But she is a ride or die. She is riding till the wheels fall off.
Definitely knows that because the videos are out. Now, what was out at the time the reunion film was the fact that Tyler was an active father. There were the photos of him with the children and the grandmother's statement. Now, the grandmother had come forward and posted all of the pictures of Tyler with the children, said that he was a deadbeat, said that he hadn't been around in a year. She was also in comments saying that they lived together, that the twins were named after him, had his last name, and were on the birth certificate. And the photos of him being there at the birth were out. So that information was out. So Ashley should have been privy to it. From my understanding, if you watched my reunion spoiler video, a little birdie told me that at the reunion, he is going to double down on his lie. He's going to say that these children belong to a friend of his, and that the only reason that there's pictures of him circulating around with the kids is because he did step up and become active in their life. It's not made clear if he says he became active as a friend, an uncle, a father, but that's going to be his excuse for why there are pictures. He is not going to be pressed on the fact that he's on their birth certificate, that they were conceived naturally, because Bri had not released her statement yet. So it really is unclear if at the time of the reunion, Ashley knew any of this information, because he still doubles down on the lie, which is not the truth. So when she says who has better insight, you or social media, girl, us. We do, because the information is literally coming from his family. It's literally coming from the horse's mouth. Like, you think we believe that?
And I keep trying to tell the girls, this woman, you got to understand, this show was recorded a year ago, right? So has she seen his kids? Bri says no. He has not seen his kids in over a year. He just abandoned them once he got involved with the show. So, Ashley, if this information is coming out online and you've been with this man for a good year, he has not seen those kids. And that's what I need the girls to understand. Like, I get it. You want to give Ashley the benefit of the doubt, but read in between the lines. She's been with this man for a whole year. Bri is saying that he has not seen his kids. He hasn't even called, checked in with them, nothing. Hasn't heard from him. Nothing. And so she is okay with it. Like, she's cool with it. And that's why I'm trying to tell the girls, like, prepare yourself emotionally to just, I don't think this reunion is going to go the way that you think. Sadly. And she keeps defending him on social media. Like, she keeps defending him on social media as things are coming out. So I just see it for what it is. She gonna stick beside this man.
Tyler, you think we believe Tyler? I think you're the only person left in the world, Ashley, that believes Tyler, because we saw him lie to you on camera. She is going to say at the reunion, allegedly, a little birdie told me that she is going to say that they had the conversation off camera and that Tyler never lied to her, even though we've seen him lie to her on camera. So what conversation did you guys have off camera where he didn't lie to you, but then he lied to you on camera? Be fucking for real. It's giving that Ashley knows that this man abandoned his children and she doesn't give a fuck. I really didn't want to believe that, but that is what it's giving. And there is nothing worse than a man who does not take care of his children. And if you are supporting a man abandoning three young children who ask about him every single day, who call him dad, who are looking for him, searching for him, and you support that, you're trash. I'm sorry. And what do you think is going to happen when you have children? Do you think it's going to be any different? I think we all wanted to believe that Ashley was being manipulated and being lied to, and she didn't know the whole truth, and that she found out the whole truth with the rest of us. But she definitely knows the truth now, because all sides are out, everybody's story's out. And if she continues to stick beside a man who abandoned his children,
and not only that, Simone Redwine, she pulled up all of this information. Like, all of this information is public, y'all. It is public. Like, the $30K that he owed, the 7 evictions. And then if they've been together for a year, who has he been living with? That's what I'm trying to get the girls to understand. Like, read in between the lines, because you're just going off of the show, right? But so much time has passed. A year, you've seen this man in his true form, in his true character by now. You have. Because a lot of things would not add up, considering how now you're married to him. He doesn't have a place to stay, so he's living with you. You know more than you're trying to play it off like she doesn't know that much. She knows more than what she's giving off. Okay, she may not have known on the show. I'll give her that. But baby, you know by now. You know something's not right by now. And that's what's frustrating a lot of people with her. And it's like, it's so crazy. She's going out sad behind this man. But I'm like, she has so many fans. Like, Ashley was a fan favorite Tyler may not have been a fan favorite, but Ashley was definitely a fan favorite. It's like she just losing the people that was really standing for her for real, because it's like, girl, stand up. Okay? Like, this is a whole scammer, swindler, breeder. He is a deadbeat. He's all type of stuff. Like, girl, stand the hell up. And then he's broke. He's broke. Oh.
It's unfortunately going to go down right along with him. And then did y'all see this dipshit's comment talking about the entitlement of reality TV viewers is outrageous? Coming from a man who went on reality TV, lied about his children's existence, and then mad that the family came out and told the truth, and then we are just talking about it. But if you was getting brand deals and if we loved you, then we would be entitled to know the truth. Then it's like, oh, I shared my life with you guys, so it's like I owe you all an explanation. But because we hate your bitch ass, it's like, oh, y'all are so entitled. Just like you thought you was entitled to them brand deals, which you will no longer be getting, by the way. Like, Netflix might as well stop trying to save Ashley and Tyler's motherfucking sorry ass narrative, because don't nobody give a motherfucking fuck. We will not be supporting their union, and them brand deals is as gone as all the motherfucking jobs Tyler had. Ashley's daddy's on TikTok spilling tea. He posted a video and basically said the first time that he heard about Tyler, the baby issue, the baby mama, the fact that Tyler had kids was October 11th. I would just like to note that I posted my video on October 10th. He said that someone sent it to him and that he hit Ashley up, asked her what's going on. He said they talked about it, but he's going to keep that conversation private. Tell us, daddy, tell us. He said he did not know about the kids last year when he met Tyler. He said that when he offered Ashley that marriage advice, that Dr. Seuss ass marriage advice that we heard on the wedding day, he was not referring to this situation at all because he didn't know about it. He said he was just as shocked as all of us when he saw it.
I really want to know. And you know what else? You know what I'm waiting to see? I'm waiting to see if anyone from Ashley's side is going to speak out or say anything. Because, first of all, Ashley's beautiful. The women in her family are gorgeous. Her bridesmaids were all beautiful. Ashley looked beautiful. She really came through with the beauty this season for Black women, especially brown-skinned girls. She looked absolutely gorgeous, breathtaking. Her mama beautiful. Her grandmother is beautiful. Everybody's just beautiful. And it really sucked that this was the outcome. And I have to agree with Lovely here where she said, I'm so scared to watch and get more frustrated. This season was a bad look as it was so many Black characters, and this is the couple that makes it. And, you know, I really think Love is Blind was pushing this because of Jessie Woo's reviews. I just have to be honest, y'all. I believe that the reason why they were pushing Tyler and Ashley so hard and was trying to clean up Tyler's mess, like was helping him clean up his mess and most likely did the same thing at the reunion, is because they have been listening to Jessie Woo's reviews, and Jessie Woo has been advocating for Black women on Love reality shows. And so they were really pushing for Black women this season, but it's just been a hell. It's been hell. It's been hell, y'all. It has been hell. Okay. So her dad is saying, so the daddy is saying that she didn't know, or he didn't know anything about all of this until October, this month.
To go vote. And if you have not seen this, Ashley posted this to her story with the caption, "Sometimes silence is oh so golden." And it was over the sound that's like, "Me and my truth, we sit in silence." Which again, it's still very smug, very like, I don't give a fuck, so we don't give a fuck either, girl. Like, when you come crying to the internet in a year over this man, no one's going to fucking care.
That's my opinion with that. I think Ashley's gonna stick beside that man. And I'm sorry to the girls that you had high hopes for her. I really do, but I'm just emotionally preparing you. And I do this thing, I had to do it with Halle Bailey, where I have to separate my feelings and my emotions from their choices, right? And not project what I would want for myself onto the next woman. Like, this is her life. These are her choices and decisions that she's making. If she likes it, I love it.